friends, welcome back to Journey Church's Teacher Talk with Steph and Sean. We are in chapter 14 of Max Ander's 30 Days to Understanding the Bible, and this is the Prophetical Books.
Yeah.
Very interesting set of books we got here.
Our last section of the Old Testament.
Last section of the OT.
We're almost there, guys. You're doing great.
You guys are doing great. And listen, if they've gotten this far, they are doing great.
You're rocking it.
Absolutely. That means like they've already kind of like said, no, I'm going to make it to the end.
We're doing it.
We are trucking this thing through. So, so I want to highlight a couple things here. One is the timeline, which Steph, I just found this really fascinating, the way the prophets just got situated right in that 2 Kings area, and then really going forward. I'm fascinated by that concept of just how much prophetic voicing there was in that time of the Kings. I thought that was interesting. What are you pulling?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate how he kind of lays out, right? We have the distinction of major prophets and minor prophets, and he kind of talks about that a little bit. There's also the distinctions of who were these books written for and when were they written. Because we have books that were written before exile, we have books that were written during exile, and books that were written afterwards. And so those play an important part in kind of interpreting and understanding what were they trying to say, and to who were they talking to.
Yeah, that's an important point, and I would underscore this by saying this. A lot of your Bibles, not all Bibles, but a lot of your Bibles usually have some introductory material, like in the beginning of each book. So as you're kind of like skipping through here and you're like, Haggai's only 2 chapters, Nahum is short, Obadiah is short, and you're like, who were these people?
Right.
Take a look at that introductory material, or come back to this section, because you're absolutely right. That's such a great point, that you got to understand, like, who were they writing to in the time that they were writing? Because sometimes, we're only getting a chapter or two from some of these minor prophets, but they were important words. But you're not going to hear them preached on often on a Sunday morning unless there's like a real specific, strategy that the speaker, the minister has in mind. So that's such a good point. Such a good point. Just remember that piece. I think, but that's us through the Old Testament.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We'll be getting, when we come back, we'll be getting into the New Testament. So
yeah. Thanks so much for joining us. And as always, may you delight in his face as you delight in his word.
See ya.